we're gonna be going over the push-up, how to do it. If this is your first time doing a push-up, or maybe you've done it before, you're not really sure how to do it, right? We're gonna go over all of that, the beginning steps, and also, make sure we're doing it right and keeping good posture going throughout the entire exercise. Now today, for demonstration purposes, I'm gonna be using a bench. You can also use the floor, or what I like to start with for all beginners is a kitchen countertop, okay? And you're like, wait, isn't that really high? Yes, but that's how hard it is to do a push-up the correct way. You really need to start out with a beginner regression to do it. So I'm gonna use the bench today, but I want you starting with the kitchen countertop until you can lock in this technique. Let's start with the starting posture and what that really looks like. Now, first things first, we don't want the hips way back here, and we don't want to be way too far forward over here, all right? So we want to find a little in between. Hands are about shoulder distance, right? And I say about, this is going to change for everybody a little bit. We're all a little different. Where you're going is driving the chest forward and dropping it under the elbows. And when you do that, I want you to think about getting your chest right over your fingertips a little bit. So we're coming down over the fingertips and back up, pressing through. All right, so first thing is that setup. Now, second thing, where does the butt go and where are the legs? The legs are nice and straight, all right? And then the butt is going to have a little bit of a curve in the lower back, okay? We're not going super far under, and we're not curving it way back here either, okay? You should feel the core right about there, nice and tight. I got a nice natural curve in my spine. That's where we want to be. You should feel your core light up and get on a little enfuego. We're set up from the top to the bottom, right? Well, no, we're not. We got to think about the neck now. Where's this neck going to go? We're not goosing. We're not goosing. We're going to tuck it, make a double chin, and then we're going to pretend like there's a wire pulling our head up and forward, okay? So from there, we're double chinning, pulling up and forward a little bit, and then we're going to go down under the elbows, pushing through. Boom. Now, the next thing I just said was pushing through. That's a huge aspect of the push-up that most people aren't doing. And let me show you from this side view what I'm talking about. When people set up and they're not pushing through, they're coming here and going right here. Here, right here, but they're not pushing through. And we really want to see that ultimate push through, because that's going to turn on your serratus, and it's usually an underactive muscle, okay? So, now that we know how to get down there, how do we get up? Once we get down there to here, we're going to pause when the elbows are just about parallel with the rest of the body. Push up and through. Now, for some people, like a gymnast, they might go a lot farther. You're probably not a gymnast if you're watching this, so don't go too far with the elbows, okay? We don't want to see back here, right? We want to be nice and parallel. Now we know the setup, we know to keep the core tight, we know where the neck's at, we know where the shoulders are, and then we know where the elbows come at the very end. So let's go over a couple of these real quick. Go. Now you're noticing I'm breathing through it. That's crucial, right? So when do you breathe in, when do you breathe out? So before we start, we take a breathe in. We hold that and use that tension in our body to get us through this push-up. So holding the breath, and then exhaling from there. Now, there's a hard style push-up, and I'm gonna get into that on my next video. So make sure you see what a hard style push-up is, because it looks a little different, feels different, and the breathing is more intense. Now that you know how to do a push-up correctly in the right way, how many reps, sets are we going to do this? If you're starting out, I recommend doing very few reps, and I'm talking about 3 to 5. Really focusing on your technique, keeping that core tight, and pushing through at the end, okay? Once you master that technique, then you can start going up into reps. And I say work your way up by 3s or 5. So let's break this down, beginner, intermediate, expert, right? Beginner, I say stick with 3 sets, 3 reps. And then work your way up to 5 sets, 3 reps, and so on and so forth. Move your sets up, but keep your reps the same until you can get about 10 sets. That's a lot of sets, I know, but you can take a little break, you can take a longer break, kind of figure that out as you go. Now, intermediate, I would say start out with a 5x5, a kind of a generic one, but it's going to get you stronger, and you're also going to get some muscle hypertrophy from that. Now, expert, it's going to be a whole nother story. I'm not going to go into how many sets and reps you should do. This is something that you should reach out to a coach and ask them about if you're an expert, because usually the experts that I see in the gym that are doing 10 or more push-ups aren't doing push-ups correctly. And that's just the truth of the matter, okay? So if you're there, send me a video of your push-up, all right? And I'm gonna go over the technique with you. We'll do a little video chat for free, right? Because I care about you guys doing push-ups. If you're doing them, I want you doing them the right way. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you have a fantastic, beautiful, amazing day. And as always, lift life.